We are live on Lunch Break Live in the virtual Allura Wellness Kitchen. This is Vanessa Marceau. I'm here with Rio. Rio, tell us what you're making.
Today, I'm going to show you that when you become a vegan, you don't have to give up taco meat. And my taco meat is made out of carrots and walnuts.
All right, let's see how you do it.
Okay, so the first thing I do is I take the walnuts and I soak them in filtered water for 1 hour. Then I rinse them and drain them. And I put them in the food processor.
Wonderful.
Then I'm going to take 2 carrots and I'm going to add that into the food processor. You know, walnuts are very good for the brain. Actually, there's something called the doctrine of signatures. And it says that when a food looks like a part of your body, it can benefit that part of the body. And we all know that walnuts look like brain food, don't they?
They sure do. And do you think that's true, that each one that looks like the part of the body, you think that's actually true?
Well, I don't, scientifically, I don't know if it's true, but it certainly is fascinating that these foods that benefit certain parts of the body have a resemblance to those parts of the body.
Absolutely. And can you tell us, why do you soak the walnuts?
I soak the walnuts a little bit just to release the phytochemicals or anything else that's in there. Usually I soak them more than 1 hour, but with this recipe, which, by the way, my partner's the one that created this recipe, so I have to give him credit for it.
Awesome.
Lee Grizo created this recipe.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
We were going to a health food store and they had something similar. It was raw. And now I'm putting in 1 cup of cilantro. And then they stopped making it. And Lee said, no, I can't give up that recipe. So he went and got it one last time and figured out what was in it.
Brilliant. Great job. We have some questions here. Good to see you all here, Tom. Good to see you. And yes, we timed it so Dorit show would be 11 to 11:30, Jonathan 11:30 to 12:15, and then me. So we coordinated that. Great to see you, Tina. Kim says carrots and walnuts sound awesome. Tina says, yes, it's amazing. Tom asks, do you soak the walnuts in the shell?
No, I soak them out of the shell. Now I'm putting a 1/3 cup of onion in.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put 1/4 of a jalapeno. Now, I don't know where my partner got these jalapenos. They're huge.
That was an enormous jalapeno. My goodness.
I know. So
you use all the seeds when you cut them up?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Do you use all the seeds?
Yes, I use the seeds.
That's what makes it hot.
That's what makes it hot. But if you want it milder, take the seeds out.
Okay.
And
so the whole hotness is from the seeds. That's what I thought was the case.
But I'm also going to put some red pepper flakes in it too.
Oh, okay.
We like it hot.
Wow, I like that. I love spicy food, and it's good for your metabolism too, isn't it?
It is. It's excellent. Now I'm putting in the juice of 1 lime, or you could use a lemon if you want.
That sounds so good. So a little tang with it.
Mm-hmm. So I've just got 1 more.
And I'm betting that these are all organic, and a lot of them are from your farm.
Actually, not from the farm yet, but we're coming into our season in the farm very, very soon. Right now at the farm, we have kale, we have collards, we have cucumbers. We would have squash, except I had groundhog problems.
Uh-oh.
I know. So I finally figured a way to outwit the groundhog. So I put one medium, the juice of 1 medium lemon or lime, and then I'm putting a tablespoon of olive oil in it.
Okay. So you have a farm there in upstate New York, right?
Right.
That's so amazing. Tom says he removes the seeds because they can lead to diverticulosis.
Really? Oh, well,
Yeah, I've heard that seeds get caught in the intestines if you have any kind of digestive, irritable bowel, any of that kind of thing.
right. But I think it wouldn't have mattered in this recipe because we're grinding it up, so it would be
True.
ground.
Very true.
And you know they do make they do make a supplement out of the seeds of citrus. So you might as well get it, you know.
Right. That is
so
true.
Now I'm putting in 2 teaspoons of cumin.
Oh, I love the flavor of cumin.
So just have to measure it out.
Kim says that she didn't know that about spicy metabolism. Yeah, hot peppers really boost your metabolism. It's one of the capsaicin is what's really powerful for speeding up your metabolism. And Tom says that you may have to hire Carl from Caddyshack to deal with your groundhogs.
What does he do with the groundhogs?
Yeah, tell us, Tom. I don't remember. I remember vaguely the movie, but Tom is our resident comic and also movie and music historian. Like he knows it seems like he knows so many quotes from movies and songs. He's like an encyclopedia.
So I put in 2 teaspoons of cumin, and now I'm putting in a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, the hot pepper. Yeah. And you can put a little more if you want, but since I already have the jalapeno, I think I'll leave it at that.
I think that's enough. Tom says he chased a gopher. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And then I'm putting in a half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt.
Okay. That's full of minerals.
Right. So what I want to say to Tom is, here you can shoot the groundhogs, but you can't trap. You can shoot them and it's legal, but if you trap them and take them over a river, you get arrested.
Are you kidding me?
So I'm living with the groundhogs, but I just secured my food with it's some flexible mesh and some very strange system, but it seems to be working finally. So I'm going to have squash soon. And the groundhogs, they don't go for the bell peppers or the tomatoes or other things, but they definitely go for the cucumber leaves. See, what they do is they eat the leaves, and then the cucumbers can't get going because the leaves have the nutrition from the sun. So the leaves is what makes the fruit come. And so they come like a lawnmower and eat all the leaves, and you never get any fruit.
Oh, wow. Okay. I did not realize that. And so now, reeling. Sorry, I'm just still reeling over the fact that you're allowed to shoot them, but you can't take them to safety.
Exactly. But I do it anyway. But don't tell anyone.
Exactly, Tom.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to pulse chop this.
You have to dance if you're going to use the blender, Rio. That's the rule of Jane Unchained. On Jane Unchained, you have to dance if you're using the blender.
I have to dance?
Yes. That's right. We don't want to be deprived of our dancing.
And I'll just bring it down a little bit.
Good. You add any other liquid than the olive oil?
Just the olive oil and the lemon.
Okay. Yeah, that looks so hearty and rich.
It is. It's really, really good.
Very satisfying. And we'll have the recipe. I'll be posting the recipe after we're done with the live. Delicious, everyone. So basically, you use the walnuts as the base of the meat, which
walnuts,
is
walnuts and carrots.
Walnuts and carrots.
Yeah, walnuts and carrots.
I make a mac and cheese with potatoes and carrots as the cheese. So carrots are really good for those hearty, rich things. Did you know any of the ingredients, Lee? Or were you just guessing on everything just from tasting it?
Oh, no.
No, he was guessing, but he's a very good guesser.
Yeah, I'll say.
So this is how it looks to start.
Ooh, yum.
Taco neat, I call it.
I think that's
And
a
now
great one.
you can stuff, for example, you can stuff collard leaves with it. Like if I had a collard leaf, I would put a layer of that and then put some tomato and put some avocado and then roll it. Or you can do a romaine lettuce leaf. But today I'm going to do a poblano pepper because that adds another little heat. So this is very good for getting your metabolism going.
Oh yeah, I'll say. That's amazing.
So we're just gonna put it in here like this.
Okay. So just filling that poblano. Now, do you just scooped out the center of the poblano?
I just cut it in half, scooped out the seeds, and
Okay.
then just put it like that.
Okay.
Now, I also make a sauce for this. I don't have time on your show to make the sauce, but it's very, very simple. You just soak some macadamia nuts, put them in the blender with water, lemon juice, and a little bit of Himalayan salt. Blend it together. And this is your final product.
Wow.
You wanted me to take a bite of this, right?
I sure did. Well, no,
No?
I want to take a bite of it, but since
Okay, take it.
you have to take a bite and tell me how it is so I can live vicariously.
Okay. You want me to do it now?
Yes, please. Oh my God, that looks so
Yeah.
good.
Okay, so I'm going to take one. I'm going to dip it in the sauce. Are
Wow.
you ready, Lee?
I am ready.
Describe it for us.
It's so good.
What kind of flavors? Like, how does it hit your palate?
Oh, it's like Southwestern. It's really, really, really good. I'm taking another bite. Sorry.
She's like, I can't stop eating that. I am so jealous right now. Mosh Cook says the spicier the better. I love all peppers like jalapeno, habanero, etc., and use pepper flakes in about everything. Mosh, your metabolism, I bet, is super powerful and pumping. And Tom says, "Oh, look at that sauce."
I hope so.
Amazing.
Right. So I just want to tell the audience that when you go vegan, you don't have to give up flavor. You can get similar flavors to whatever you've experienced when you're not vegan.
That is true. So many millions of spices, herbs, fruits, vegetables.
If there's a cooked food and it actually has food in it, I'm not talking about white flour, white sugar, baking soda, that kind of stuff. But if it actually has food in it, you can usually translate it to raw vegan.
That's true. And you can also dehydrate if you really want to bake something.
That you can do. We can make onion bread. We can make the bases for pizzas. We can do a lot of things with the dehydrator. Crackers. If you miss crunch, you can do crackers.
That's for sure. Couple last comments. Tom is saying, please send some to Allura Wellness. Vanessa is hungry. That is for sure. I need food. I'm hungry.
I wish I could send it through the camera for you.
I would eat it. Tom is saying the recipe is also good for your immune system. Yeah, for sure. With all those rich colors and textures and vegetables.
Definitely.
Awesome. Well,
I have 4 volunteers here at the farm, and this is what we're having for dinner.
lucky.
So it's not going to waste.
Tell everyone real quick before we go about your books and where they can find you.
Okay, so my book is Hooked on Raw, and it has 350 raw food, living food recipes in all categories. I concentrated on main courses because that was when I was writing the book 20 years ago, that's what I thought was weak, the main courses. So I concentrated on that, but I have all different categories. And I also have a beginning part of the book, 130 pages, because I wanted to let people know why they're gonna, go to the trouble to make all these changes. Why let go of the stove? People say, well, I became vegan, that's good enough. Actually, that's what my partner said. I became vegan, that's good enough.
What?
So I tried to convince him. So that's what I do with the first 130 pages of the book. I try to convince people that there's a lot of value in becoming raw vegan, living food vegan. There's enzymes that you don't find in cooked food. There's a lot of oxygen that is also extinguished by cooking. There's so many factors in live raw food that is missing in cooked food. Now, a lot of cooked food advocates will say, well, you know, your body makes enzymes, so you don't have to worry about it. Yes, our body does make enzymes, but why make your body work 3 times a day producing enzymes when you can get it right in the food and ease your body's stress from doing that? That way your body can work on other issues that it may have with those enzymes.
Amazing point. Mosh Cook says, I love that macadamia nut sauce. I just got a whole bag of them. I'm going to make that. Please post the sauce. Can you send me the recipe for the sauce too, Rio?
Yes. And it's very simple. Just macadamias, lemon juice, Himalayan salt, and water. It's so simple.
And just puree it all up?
Just blend it up into a sauce.
Macadamias, lemon juice, water, and Himalayan salt?
Right. That's it.
Okay, I'm writing that here. Well, Rio, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure, and for showing us this delicious recipe. And Lee, thanks for doing the camera work and creating this recipe. We appreciate you both. And we will say until next Sunday at 12:30 Pacific time. I'll see everybody then. And thanks again, Rio, so much. Bye, everybody.